What if I tell you tarot card reading isn't more about prediction, but more about revealing something that you already knew along in your subconscious? What if I tell you that it's more about not knowing your destiny, but more about shaping your destiny, creating your destiny? I know what you're thinking. You're thinking that, but isn't tarot card all about predictions? Welcome to Soul Goody. Stick with me. We're about to unpack everything that you need to know about the basic thing about what tarot card reading is. Let's start with something deeper. We all know that the stories about how tarot came into place. Tarot was known for its playing card games than the divinations that it was known to become later on. But this is something that basic things that you know, which is there on the internet, and you're gonna find like where did tarot come from. You can just find that on like everywhere, right? But what I have studied from my research is that tarot goes way back than people actually know about it. And this is my findings. This is not an offense to any kind of beliefs, but what I have seen and what I've known from being brought up in a Hindu family, that all kinds of divinations were already existing in India before, in Hinduism, in its own culture. And something called Kili Jyotishyam, known originally from Tamil Nadu, that's the origin of its name, also known as Gini Jyotishya in Kannada, and maybe it's known as other things, other names. It's known as other names in other languages, but it's something that parrots used to take out cards for used as divination for fortune card readings, and it was dated way back to centuries and centuries and centuries before even tarot was existing. It's just kind of fascinating how these practices, when you look back and you connect them, they are so connected and you cannot actually question them. It's just there. Like, this is just what I wanted to say and what I have researched in my papers. And this is just another new perspective to look forward to and look at it as, because we already know the same old things about tarot, but this is something very new and something to really think about. Okay, now we know that the tarot has these ancient roots, right? Let's take a look at what is actually tarot, how does it work, what does tarot actually do. So most of the people really think that it's just about some plain cards printed on a piece of paper or a cardboard, and people just read through it and then they predict the future. But it's really not it. There's more to that. It's just more than mere cards. In truth, tarot really works as connecting with your energy, with your subconscious mind, and actually reflecting back your soul to you. Reflecting back those things that you knew all along or you didn't know all along. Something to kind of tap into your subconscious mind, tap into those areas where you could never do it otherwise, right? All of these can be done through tarot card reading. It's like exactly looking into a mirror, but it doesn't just reflect your face, but it reflects your soul, your mind, and everything related to it, everything related to your energy, your soul, your struggles, your past, your future, your present. So, tarot isn't fixed. It's like life. Life is not set in stone. Future is not set in stone. So, time is not set in stone. Time is like fluid. So is the tarot. Tarot works as your energy right now. So, today your energy might be different. Tomorrow your energy might be different. You You can never have the same kind of energy every single day. So today you might get a set of cards, a set of energy, a set of answers, which you may not get the same set of answers tomorrow, because your energy keeps changing. It's fluid. So that's what I believe, that nothing is set in stone. Like, a future is not set in stone. You can always create your destiny, because you are the controller of your life. You are the main character. You are the creator. And tarot is only going to help you shape that destiny, not predict that destiny, because you can always change your future. So let's come on to the most interesting topic, which is, what are the myths? Debunking the myths about tarot, right? So I've heard a lot that tarot is evil. Oh my god, it's used in black magic. And some of the cards on the tarot cards is like so evil. Like, there is a devil there, there is the death over there, there's the tower, and there's a 10 of swords, and that's so scary. It's all like related to like evil things. And it's the kind of myth that people have, that it's like a evil thing. Let's not even go there, because that's not true. That's just a myth. That's not a fact. It's just an opinion that's been created all these years. That's myth number one, which is completely false. Tarot reading and tarot cards are something very divine. And me, in my opinion, and the way I see tarot cards is in a very sacred way. I I treat them as a human being. I treat them as a soul. I make sure I wash my hand every time I touch them. I make sure I cleanse them, and I make sure that I don't just keep shuffling the way, whatever way that people do, other people do. It's just them, let them do them. You do you, but that's not me. Like, I cannot think about hurting my tarot cards. That's just me, and that's how much I respect my cards. And I think it's a vessel of the divine, it's the vessel of sacred knowledge, and it's a kind of wisdom that nobody can just do it. Like, it all depends on the person who's doing it. If that person has evil intentions, then they're doing it with evil intentions. If you're doing it with a good intention, then that's the most sacred thing that could ever happen. Myth number two is, you have to be gifted to read tarot. Now, my opinion on that is, the gift lies in the work you put in, the kind of energy you give in. So it's all about the intuition and your energy that you are giving in. I've also noticed that as you keep reading, as you keep doing tarot, it actually helps you become a more spiritual person, and it helps you become a more intuitive person. So, definitely, if you are going to take tarot very seriously, or a person is going to take tarot very seriously, this is going to help you become more intuitive, become more connected to the divine. And myth number three is, tarot is all about predicting the future. As I said before, that tarot is not about predicting the future, it's more about a guidance to your future. It's more about a reflection of your soul. In a way, you can shape your own destiny. It's more about like making choices, making the right choice. It's all about shedding light on your path. It's more about pushing you into the pixie dust. Okay, that was a little bit more cringy, but you understand what I mean. Now, this is the most important question. What can you expect from a tarot card reading? When you are deciding to get a tarot card reading done, I would usually suggest you not to keep any expectations, or a narrow mind. honestly, I would just say keep an open mind and let divine talk to you about anything, whatever the divine wants to tell you. So, being open is very important while getting a tarot card reading done, because when the more open you are, the more the person can channel through and give you the correct, channeling. They can give you a correct reading. Because if you are in an energy where you're like doubtful, or you're just like, no, I don't want to hear that, I want to hear this itself, I want to hear a yes, I want to hear a no, that means it's just not happening. You can't do that shit. The reader can read your energy. If your energy is a little off, that reader like can feel it like then and there, and they're just gonna give you like a half-hearted reading because you're just being too. So other than that, what you can expect from a tarot card reading is to feel understood. The reader kind of channels through the divine, and it mostly feels like the divine is like talking to you, to your soul, and you can expect everything and anything. And sometimes there are times where your questions are going to get answered, where you felt like, I didn't even have those questions before, like I didn't even know I needed to hear that, and you are going to hear that. Most importantly, expect to see the truth, because it is the truth. You will always hear what you needed to hear, not what you want to hear. Yeah. So as a tarot card reader, I've gotten a lot of questions like, does it affect your energy? How do you feel to be a tarot card reader? And some other questions. First things first, I feel really blessed to be a tarot card reader, and sometimes it's like really fun. I get to see people's life. Can read their life. I can read their personality. I can read their characteristics. um, Sometimes I can just see through it all. I can see through the person. Not sometimes, all the time, I can see through the person. And it's really a blessed feeling. I am really blessed to be a tarot card reader, and not everyone is meant to be a tarot card reader. Like a real, truthful, authentic tarot card reader. And I would say I'm very proud to be one, because I don't believe in saying lies. First of all, I don't like to sugarcoat, and I like to keep things straight. And I also don't like to say some negative things, like I don't like to scare you. That's what makes me different. I mean, of course, there are other tarot card readers that I look up to, and I really love them. But as a tarot card reader, it's not definitely easy to become one. It really does affect your energies. Um, for example, if I'm doing a session with someone, I can literally feel their energy. If they're feeling like really low, and if they're feeling really negative, I can literally feel it. And it's sometimes so intense that I feel like I can't do the reading I wanted to do anymore. Sometimes, like most of the times, I'm usually a person who's like very cheerful. I like to keep it really friendly, and I like to see my clients as my friends, to be really honest. And sometimes when it doesn't go that way, when the other person on the other end is giving me like a completely off energy, and like a closed off energy, how I mentioned before, that's when I become really low, and it starts to affect my energy. And that whole day I feel so shitty, and I don't want to do anything anymore. And I feel like this is not my purpose, because if that person is not. So I'm like this kind of person that I want everyone to step into my space and feel good. I want them to feel light. I want them to feel clear. Even if that person is a shitty person, I want them to feel seen and heard. And if that doesn't happen, I just feel like, oh my God, what did I do? I feel like I should have done better, or oh, why didn't I do it a little bit better? I should have just ignored, because it's not really easy. I just question myself like that, but at that moment, it's not easy. It's definitely not easy. It's not an easy job. Not every day you're doing good. And that's okay, because in the end of the day, I get like so many people coming to me and sharing me that you are amazing. As in, I am as amazing, and I have truly changed their life. And I can proudly say that this is why I'm doing it. This is my sole purpose. If there are tarot card readers, don't ask them for a reading for free, because it takes a lot of your energy. It does. It does. If this was not a materialistic world, I would honestly do it for free. But since it is a materialistic world, there needs to be some exchange of energies. And whatever the charge is, understand that it is their worth. Now, here's an interesting question. Can everybody read tarot? Now, this is very interesting, because some people say that it's a gift. Some people say that no, nobody can do it. It's just a person that is like so intuitive, only they can do it. Others just think that it's just like memorizing the cards out of internet and just talking about those like by-hearted meanings to you. So, what is the truth? The truth is, everybody can study tarot, but not everybody can channel the tarot. Not everybody can channel the divine and become a vessel for the divine. Of course, you can if you are doing it right. If you're not doing it right, you're just doing it for the sake of doing it. If you're just doing it for the sake of business or money, it's never going to work out. You're never going to understand the cards. You're never going to understand what wants to come through, and you're never going to connect with the current or the person who's asking behind the cards. You always have to be in a state of openness to any kind of energy that is coming towards you. Now, this kind of energy can be divine energy that is talking through you, or it can be any kind of negative energy that the client or the coherent is giving off. It's not really just about seeing the cards and depicting the images or just talking out the meanings. It's more beyond that. It's more beyond memorizing the meanings and just blabbering something. So, my advice to you, if you want to start reading tarot, is first understand tarot, understand the divine energies, and don't just start off by reading meanings and going on the internet and just by hearting the meanings, because that's not going to get you anywhere. Because in the end of the day, you're going to go back to the same internet, or you're going to go back to your notes, and you're going to have to keep rereading whatever you've written about the meanings, because you're not truly channeling that way. It's not the most easiest job in the world. It's definitely something that you have to be ready for anything. In any day, you have to be ready for any kind of energies that is going to attack you. And not every day you are ready to do a reading, and not every time you are ready to channel through the divine. So, if you are truly ready for this kind of commitment to the divine, to become a vessel, to become a channel of the sacred consciousness, then please go ahead and do it. So, how do you learn tarot? This is for the ones who are keen on learning tarot. So, how I learn tarot is I'm a self learned tarot reader. I first started out as first step is to buy the tarot card. I bought my tarot card and I just sat through it. I sat through every cards, and I didn't go out and searched for the meanings, because I felt like I have to just sit with the cards first. Of course, this is my way of doing it. There's a lot of other ways, but I believe that this is the best way that you can do it because not everything can be found on the internet. Okay? Sometimes your intuition is the best thing than the internet meanings or the original meanings, right? So I sat through every cards and I understood and I felt and I wrote down every single card what it made me feel, and I made my own meanings, and that's how I started out, and I started to give free readings on different social media platform, and that's how I practiced on my intuition and my reading skills. So that's how I practiced it. And then I did my master's and I'm doing my PhD in tarot right now. You don't have to be certified, you don't have to have any kind of certification, or you don't have to buy any kind of a course to learn tarot. You can always understand that you can always read it by your own self. I just did it because I wanted to do it and I want to learn more about the field that I am in, and I'm just a very curious person in general. So I thought that doing a PhD and a research around it would really enlighten me. So I did it this way, but I would really suggest, if you're really serious to learn tarot, first understand all of the pros and cons of being a tarot card reader. I'm pretty sure you understand now by what we discussed earlier. But if you decide that, yes, I want to become a tarot card reader, get a tarot card deck, sit with it, understand it, make it your own friend, treat it as a soul, treat it as a human being or whatever consciousness, and sit through it and then see if you really want to go on the internet and learn the meanings. But I would say that this would be the best approach as a beginner. And also understand that you won't understand everything on the first day or the first few weeks. It's okay to be clueless about it. Okay, you don't have to be perfect if you are going to learn, because even I was not perfect at it. In the beginning, I didn't know how to say the meanings, I didn't know how to read it, and it just happens with patience, it happens with practice, and it you will eventually get a hold of it. So don't worry if you're not able to understand anything in the beginning. Now you've got the basics about tarot card reading. I hope that really helped you understand about tarot cards and what it actually is. I would love to dig deeper. If you really have any other questions, or if you would want to learn more about the series and more about tarot card, I would really love to do that. But yeah, tarot isn't just prediction, tarot isn't just cards, it's beyond predictions, it's beyond just a set of prints on cardboards. I see it as something really divine. I see it as a gift actually from God, and it's something very close to my heart, and I hope that this video really helped you understand what is tarot. So, are you ready to let your cards not just show you your future but your soul?